two hard-hitting blue-collar franchises, one of the better rivalries going. The Ravens and Steelers are underway. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
On second down, it's Bell. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Now, after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10. On first down, it's Roethlisberger. Goes underneath for Bell. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11.
Snickers, 66.
Here's Roethlisberger. And his throw is incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
After the interception, here's Jackson. He gets this one to Michael Crabtree. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Leopard, Leopard. Gone, 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 gone. Gone, 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 gone.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And his throw here is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Michael Crabtree there. And now it's 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock Dalvin away and bring up second down.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. Michael Crabtree, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up 3rd down. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
But that doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Caught right side at Snead. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. From here, this would have been a 48-yarder, but no, they're going to go for it.
Set! 3-19!
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Chris Moore, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Nifty move. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. Back here with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. We've had the kick. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Hey, with that incompletion, time to have some fun. And I want to know, at the Davis household, who carves the turkey?
Well, it's certainly not me.
Well, I knew that.
I can tell you that. But let's just switch it. Who cares who carves the turkey? I want to know what you're going to be knocking down on your plate on Thanksgiving Day.
Well, definitely turkey. No, my mom's corn and green bean casserole, while it may not sound overly appetizing, is out of this world. And her sweet potato casserole, second to none.
So I should be making my plans to fill a seat at the Gaudin household?
You're more than welcome.
Because I think my household may kick me out.
What's your favorite? What's on your plate?
I'm telling you, when you throw the yams at me, look out. Because I'm gonna go to town. That's like dessert to me.
Well, how about dessert? I go pecan and apple pie with vanilla ice cream.
Oh, there's nothing wrong with that. I like the pecan pie, but I do love a chocolate pie. I can't help myself. It's one of my favorites.
On second down, Roethlisberger. On the left side, it's McDonald. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. First target, first catch, and a first down.
44. Snickers, you got to spin. Quarter.
From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Jack 16.
Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That goes for a gain of 31. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. The Steelers, of course, had all the questions lingering with Le'Veon Bell. Tip of the cap to James Conner. He really has filled in nicely.
He prepared himself as if he were going to be the starter right from week 1. And I got to see him in preseason, and you saw a little bit of everything. His ability to run inside, also run to the perimeter, catch the ball out of the backfield. And how about his season opener against Cleveland? They didn't win the game, but he played awfully well, 135 yards rushing, and he helped close out a big win at Tampa Bay in Week 3 on Monday Night Football with some nice runs down the stretch.
Second and goal, the lone man in the backfield, Le'Veon Bell. He's going to get it running right. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back.
And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Le'Veon Bell taking it in. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Yeah, some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll start by running the option to the right. Space to maneuver at the 40 and all the way up to the 46. Beating him there with his legs. 21 yards, first down.
Gone!
2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. Jackson on first down. Steps away to his left. And that is incomplete. Crabtree, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down. Well, Charles, a year ago at this time, I asked you what your Thanksgiving plans were, so I got a funny answer out of you last year. I'm going to ask you again. What are you doing for Thanksgiving this year?
Trying to figure out exactly what time I can kick everyone out of my house so I can just hunker down and watch what's left of the football schedule. That's what I want to know.
Oh, come on. Your mother-in-law is coming in. It's going to be a great time at the Davis household.
Well, she can stay as long as she wants. She's family. But everyone else, they have an expiration time.
What about the dogs?
50-50. Depends on how they act that day.
Well, when things go awry, you can just get in the car and head out for the airport because you got a game that weekend.
I certainly do. I will be headed to Charlotte, Seattle at Carolina that Sunday. Looking forward to that one. But even while I'm jesting a little bit about people being at the house, some of you I'm not jesting about. Hurry up and get out.
All right, now, look at 56. Look it.
Now Jackson on third down. And this one is incomplete.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was third and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
They start with a give to Connor. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Back to the ground, this time with Bell. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
These two. 8.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Set. Blue landing. Blue landing. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Brought in left side by Snead. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And that's off the mark, incomplete. Chris Moore was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Second and 10. Here's Jackson again. He's going deep for Brown. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle 3rd of the field where he threw that one.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
To throw on third down. Jackson. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Cameron Hayward in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to fourth down. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Here we go.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Baby. 8.
Roethlisberger will throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The former first-round pick Marlon Humphrey there to get a hand on it. And the Steelers on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Kings. Set. White 80. Hey. Snickers, you got to spin.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this is going to come up well short as they stop them on 4th down. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. 3rd quarter starting with a run from Montgomery. And he stopped immediately there. Bud Dupree, a former first-round pick, in on the stop.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Now let's go.
They go play action now. Jackson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Jackson, and able to find John Brown. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. Now Jackson on 1st down. Dancing to his left. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On second down, Jackson. He'll leave it for Montgomery, complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It's a gain of 5, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
That good for 22 and a 1st down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. Being chased out left. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. You know, Charles, it is hard to believe that we are sitting on the doorstep of Thanksgiving week. Already that time of year, but it always gives us good football. One of the games on Thanksgiving, Chicago and Detroit, that'll get the party started at 12:30 Eastern.
One of the traditional games, Detroit hosting, Dallas hosting, but in this case, we will stay in the Motor City. And this is the longest-running annual series in the NFL. A lot of people think about Detroit and Green Bay or Chicago and Green Bay. It's Detroit and Chicago. They've met at least once a year since 1930, 178 times total, and they just met 2 weeks ago in Chicago and going to do it again.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Charles, I want to go in a different direction for a second, talk about Le'Veon Bell, because the November 13th report date has come and gone. He's still not with the Steelers. Now, the good news, though, Le'Veon Bell not there, but James Conner has been good in his stead.
He certainly has, and we have to think now that maybe we won't see Le'Veon Bell in a Pittsburgh Steelers uniform, ever again. And that's for another day. He's not there. You just hit it, though. James Conner, this Pittsburgh team has really elevated its game around James Conner, playing awfully well. He's playing well. And I think there's a certain sense when you watch them that they all want to prove something to Le'Veon Bell, that they can play well without him. And so far, it's working.
And James Conner, he's an easy guy to root for. He'll pick up 7 there on the 1st down keeper.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Montgomery on the counter. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Over!
To throw is Jackson. Throwing on first down. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Montgomery. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. On second down, here's Jackson. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now Jackson. A quick hitter complete. It's Andrews. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Detroit! Gone!
Again, Jackson. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Oh, he caught it. Just couldn't get the feet down. Couldn't get that toe tap sequence, right? I was ready to call him tippy toes if that one was completed.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Jack, Patriot! Gone!
This time, Jackson will throw it. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through, picking up the first.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Man, it's a tough area in the field to try and run a draw play out of the gun. You know you're going to face a good push up front, and here they swallow him up for no gain.
Now Jackson on second down. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Back down to that Philly. Here we go. Hurry up. Here we go. 3-19.
Step, and he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens are in for 6. And maybe the defense caught a little by surprise there that he took off and got in?
Yeah, I would think so, because if you're analyzing it from that side of the ball, you're thinking running back, fullback. It takes you a while before you get to the quarterback.
Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. A really good pickup of 28 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
Because you're right, they have had no room to breathe.
Jack 16.
On 3rd down, here's Bell. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. On the left side, it's McDonald. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Now the Steelers hustling up to the line of scrimmage. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Terrell Suggs in on the tackle. The clock still runs. We're at 90 seconds now.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Figuring they're going for it on 4th down. Remember, though, they do have all 3 timeouts, so even if they don't get it, all is not lost.
Yeah, normally in this situation, when you're talking about having to go for it, everything is in this play. But as you noted, with those 3 timeouts, they actually have a little bit of a safety net.
Jack 16. Double bump.
Here we go. It's Roethlisberger on 4th down. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Ravens are looking like they're going to come away with a victory. And the Ravens taking the field. They have the lead, still a one-possession game, but the defense got to stop. They've got the football now, just salted away, right?
Exactly. That's all the defense is counting on from their offense. They did their job in a big way. You know they're over on the sidelines now starting to take their tape off, and, hey, we've done this thing. The offense has to put it away, and that means ball security.
Absolutely. Stranger things have happened. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39. All right, now, lucky 56, lucky 56. Gun, 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 gun.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90, blue 90. Oh, yeah, here we go again. Detroit, Detroit. Lucky 56.
Throwing now is Jackson. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the second quarter, he may very well run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Back to throw. He gets it to Brown, complete. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter.
50.
Back to throw. Over the middle here to Brown. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. And now the spike comes with 15 seconds on the clock. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Here we go. Focus, focus. Set. Black 80. Jack 16. No spacing. Snickers. Snickers.
He'll look to throw. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. He's back to throw. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete. And now time for one final play that has to be obviously in the end zone.
Can't wait to see what they call, but you want to get it to your best player. Sometimes you have to do it by formation. Move everyone to one side, and maybe he gets a one-on-one isolated on the backside.
One last shot for Roethlisberger. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play.